We're going to talk about a couple of things today. We're going to talk about open field tackling, so using the poke tackle, moving your feet really quickly, and then we're going to go inside the circle and talk about specialist tackling on the back line. Alright, we're going to start off with the poke tackle today. So, most important things about the poke tackle are having your stick in your left hand. So up top, V in the stick, the same as Ryan Archibald's dribbling. We have it all the same all the time. With the poke tackle, this isn't something we use inside the circle. This is more to slow down an attacker, to use some moving techniques, moving your feet really quickly. So, with the poke, hold your hand, left hand nice and strong on your stick. We can't just dangle our stick out here, we have to hold it nice and strong. And what we're trying to do is, we're trying to get the end of our stick right onto the ball. So if someone's dribbling, you're moving, your head's right over the ball, your left leg's forward, your left arm's forward. We're nice and side on, so we can move our feet, move our feet, move our feet. So I'm just going to demonstrate now using the poke tackle. A couple of things I really want you to watch is my eyes on the ball the whole time and my body staying side on. So at no stage do I get flat-footed with my feet square. Okay, so side on, watching the ball and how fast my stick goes out and back in. Really important.
Below rhythm far from our star, the last one gives her soul away. Too many lives are gone.
Alright, so that was the poke tackle. Now what we want to go on to is tackling along the baseline inside the circle. A couple of really important points that I think are we need to tackle on our forehand as much as possible. Okay, so what we're not trying to do here is we do want to channel players to the back line, that's definitely true, but we don't want to get to the stage where we're going with our stick out on our back stick. Okay, so keeping on our forestick as much as possible. Another really valuable piece of information that I've gained from a lot of coaches is that you don't want to get too close to the attacker. So if I'm in here against the ball, it's really easy for them to be able to put it on my feet. But also, because we're in the circle here, and if we make mistakes, they can score a goal or get a corner, we don't want to be too far away. So here, now, I can't touch the ball. So it gives the attacker too much time to look up and find a pass, or to think, what are they going to do next against me? So we need to get a good tackling distance. And again, you can see that I'm side on, okay? We never want to get flat-footed. The attacker can go along the baseline or they can go along my forestick. So I'm side on, okay? In here, very rarely are we going to use the poke tackle, okay? Because if I make any contact with the stick of someone else inside the circle, it's a corner. So we can make the poke to slow them down a little bit, but we really want to tackle as much as possible on our forestick. It's the strongest side, it's the best way we should play hockey. Now using the baseline is a good position to tackle here. What we're going to do now is I'm just off the back line, and what I don't want to see and what we're trying to get players away from doing is tackling on their back stick. So at no stage here would I put my back stick down there. What it does is it opens up both my feet for any good attacker to come in, put it on my foot, give away a corner. So what I really want you to do is, and what I always do, is move my feet to the baseline. So if the ball's here, I would move my front foot outside the line. Okay, so now what you're probably wondering is, what happens when the players pull back on the inside? Now remember, that's always fine, because what I'm doing is I'm keeping them on my forestick. So after I've made the movement here, yep, a good attacker, they might still try and come through here, but what a lot of them will do will push the ball inside. That's okay, because I can still play on my forestick. Again, if they drag it back here, which they might do, that's fine. My left leg, you watch it, okay, it moves. So the whole time, my right leg is just a pivot, and my front leg does all the work. Forestick, forestick, okay, so I can move like that. Just one of my other points that I try and use is, as defenders, we want to try and dominate attackers like they want to do to us. So at no stage should we just stand off and watch and let an attacker dribble where they want to dribble, move the ball where they want to move, shoot where they want to shoot. Okay, we have to put some things in their mind of what we're trying to do. One thing I like to do is, with the use of the poke tackle, wherever it is on the field, but particularly inside the circle, with quick feet and quick hands, you can set attackers up, okay? What I mean by that is, if someone's running the ball in here and I want them to go to my forestick, which I really do, especially now on this right-hand baseline, is if I poke outside the left of the ball as I'm looking at it, most of the time attackers will move the ball away from where your stick is. So if I poke here, most of the time an attacker will dribble the ball this way, which then means I can attack on my forestick. If it was on the other side and we were doing over the baseline, okay, and I want to tack there to get them to go to the baseline, I can poke to then move my feet. So that's just another thing that I like to do, is I want to try and dominate like they like to try and dominate us. Alright guys, so now what I want you to do here is watch my body positioning to be cutting out the opposite side of the field, watching my feet move really quickly. So at no stage as a defender should your feet ever be planted on the ground. So I'm going to be on the balls of my feet and I'm going to be moving really quickly. No matter what I'm doing, my feet are going to be moving really quick. Alright, and just to finish off today, so my three most important points for tackling. Body position. Nice and side on, okay, on the balls of your feet. Number two, tackling on your forestick. Make the game of hockey as easy as possible. At no stage should we throw the stick in the left hand outside our back stick. And third point, you always want to channel, okay? But channeling doesn't mean just running with. Channel, make some pokes, get in there and make some tackles.